you got all the business, give me hip. I want the tea, I want the scoop. It was a fight, then who got hit, huh? Tap into the show, y'all better tune in for show. So if you got all the tea, then give me hip.
Welcome back to Give Me Hit with your host, DeVito Parker Jr. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Diamond Garrett. She has a very tragic story, but we're here to tell you how she overcame that. Also, it may be a trigger warning to those due to the content. If you gotta click off the video, then tune into the next episode.
So as you guys know, DeVito told you my name is Diamond Garrett. I go by Princess Diamond or Dimo. I am 27 years old. I was born in July. I'm a Cancer.
Me too.
Yes, that's why we clicked here.
What's your birthday? Mine, July 3rd.
July 12th. So we're right.
Oh yeah, we're right there.
We're right behind each other. So I live in Florida. I am born and I would say raised. I moved from Brooklyn, New York, where I was born when I was 6 years old. And I moved to West Palm Beach, Florida, where I was raised as far as going to school. I went to the elementary school of arts. I went to the middle school of the arts and the high school of the arts for dance. And I enjoy dancing. I am a dancer. You guys might know me as a dancer on TikTok and or Instagram. So I've been a wheelchair dancer since I would say about 2020. I just started posting myself, and the outpour of love online has been incredible. You know, just representing for my community, the disabled community, and all that we have to offer and give to the world, disability or not.
Man, that's great. Like, especially how you were saying about you said middle school of the arts.
Yeah, so I went to the middle school of the arts. I went to Bach Middle School of the Arts in West Palm Beach for dance. I went to UB Kenzie. It's an elementary school. I danced there as well. I also played the instruments, the violin. And then I went to the High School of the Arts for dance as well, Dreyfus.
So we constantly. Look, our birthday is in July, right? And I go to the Cleveland School of the Arts right now.
Awesome. What's your major?
I'm a theater major.
Awesome. I had a few theater major friends. Yeah, that's so cool.
I feel like we just like twins. Like this was.
Yeah, this was destined, you know?
It was meant to be. We just had to do this. It was only right?
Yes, it's only right.
Okay. So could you tell us a little bit about your, the story, your tragic story?
About my injury. Yeah, sure. So I live with a spinal cord injury because I was shot 9 times with an AK-47 and an AR-15. When I was 18 years old, I gave the wrong person like a ride, and I was around the wrong people. And furthermore, those people shot at my friend and I. I got shot 9 times. I got shot 3 times in the chest, 2 times in the back, once in my left arm, once in my thigh, and once in each knee. And it left me with the paralysis. There was 79 rounds of bullets in the car. And that itself was just, I should have died, I should not be here, but God is good. And I definitely, was awake for everything that conspired all the way from the time I was getting shot until I was trauma-hopped to the hospital. And from there, I was in an induced coma for about 5 days. And waking up, I was on life support. I had breathing tubes in my chest, and I had breathing tubes. I had draining tubes. I had like the whole shebang. And it was a uphill battle from there, from having to learn a whole new way of life. And just living in a wheelchair. And obviously, initially in the hospital, I thought that like I would go home walking again. And that wasn't really the case. They were there to prepare me to learn how to live in a wheelchair. So from there, I really initially waking up from a coma, I really felt like it wasn't about walking again. It was about dancing again. So to be where I am now, here almost 10 years later, I got shot November 3rd, 2012. So, do the timeline. I got shot in November. I graduated high school in May. So I was a baby for real, And moving forward from there, it was about, I'm online, I'm seeing my friends go to school, go to college, and here I am in a nursing home, and I had to figure out what I wanted to do with myself outside of just getting shot. And I decided to get up, go to school, learn how to be independent as I possibly could at each point in my healing process. What you see now is not what I was 8-9 years ago. I needed a lot more help. I needed a lot more assistance to do a lot more things until I became more independent and more strong. And that I did. I went to Daytona Beach first. I did my first semester in college at Daytona State. And then I decided, Daytona's not for me. Let's go to Orlando. So I went to Orlando, Florida, and I registered at Valencia College. I did my associate's degree, general studies there, and I taught myself how to drive within this timing. I was taking the bus to and from school. I was taking the bus to work. I had my first job, like communications type of job. And I just tried to put myself out there. I didn't want my life to revolve around therapy. So I went to school and I got the associates, and then I got my bachelor's from UCF in communication sciences and speech disorders. So right now I am a speech language pathologist assistant. I'm a therapist, and I work with children and helping them communicate.
See, I love that. Like, I feel like you're the definition of no excuses. Like, through everything you've been through, you still overcame it. Listen, I know people personally who have not been through nearly as much as you've been through at all, who don't even attempt or even try to even be independent,
And I was just telling my friend that, like I was telling somebody that I know, that's what I respect. I respect people that, they don't make excuses. They get up and try, every day we all face things in our life. I'm no stronger than you are because of what I went through. What you go through, I may not be able to go through. I say that all the time, but it's about what you get up and do to try to change these things that may make you unhappy, that may, it's about what you really do. No excuses. It's about the action.
Right. So we can only imagine how hard the physical recovery was, but how hard was the mental recovery?
It's not a was, because it is. It's a daily fight. It is something that doesn't go away. Right. It's something that we, I can't just wipe away. And every day is a struggle, different struggle. So at the beginning, mentally, it was a huge hindrance to my life because it's mind over matter. So until I got my mind right, and my mind, as far as the health of my mental health goes, I wasn't going to be able to be healthy inside as far as physically able to do things. So I noticed that the more negative things that I allowed in my mind, even on a day-to-day right now, then that's what my day will be like moving forward. So mentally, I try to, keep myself thinking about things that keep me moving, that keep me motivated. I like music, and one thing about me, I am an artist. I make music, I rap, and I made music with my father, who passed away in 2016. And when I'm feeling at my lows and I'm feeling weak, I literally just, listen to his music, and not only hearing my father's voice, but hearing his music and knowing where we were at that time, or whatever these things, these moments, they definitely help my mental state and to keep pushing and to understand that, life is not easy, but it is what we make it. Every day is where we make it.
Right. So through these times, who would you say is your biggest supporter? Like, who helps you the most through these, like, every day?
God, every day.
Yeah.
I live alone. So I live alone with my dog, Prince. And I need, praying all the time. But I have so many different people that fill my cup in different ways, humanly. But when I say that, like, there comes a point in time where not one human on this earth. I love my mother. My mother is a great support to me. I love my sisters. I love my brothers. I love my friends. The few, very true few that I have, I love them. And I don't know what I would do without being able to conversate with my loved ones. But it comes a point in time where I know that I can't receive, I'm sorry, my dog, I can't receive any type of support right now from another human. Right. So that's when you shut down your world and you take some time in for you. And I like to meditate. I have an app on my phone where I listen to the water and the wind and the leaves, and I separate myself from the world. And I do know that that is something that I do that helps me as a big support, be able to get through every day.
Yeah. God is great.
Absolutely.
So how did that situation like change your outlook on life? Was it like you felt like you took things for granted that you never take for granted anymore? Like, how did it change?
Absolutely. It changed my viewpoint on life like 100%. I definitely appreciate my loved ones more. And I definitely know how to pay attention to situations that we allow as humans to take over and make us like not talk to the people that we love and all those things. I value more of people's soul and who they really are. And I think it changed how I view my relationships and handle my relationships, because I faced a near death situation. I remember what it is to feel like I'm dying. So with that being said, I don't hold anything for granted. I mean, I remember when I couldn't wake up and pee by myself. I couldn't sit up by myself. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't eat real food. I couldn't take a shower for months. I had to be washed in a bed and things like that. So just waking up and being able to get in the shower, whether I'm getting in the shower and walking in the shower, or whether I'm hopping in the shower to sit there and wash my own self, that's the beauty and the blessing in it. But, it takes for traumatic things to happen sometimes for us to be able to appreciate the little things and see life differently. But definitely, if I didn't go through what I went through, I don't think I would view a lot of things that I do the way that I do. And I don't think I would appreciate things and people the way that I do now. So it is a blessing. My situation that happened to me is a blessing. People meet me and they say, I'm so sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm not sorry. I am absolutely far from sorry. I know that I didn't deserve what happened to me, but if it didn't happen to me, I don't think that I would be who I am today.
Right. So did that change how people treated you, or like people was trying to treat you like you just wasn't a normal human? Like
all the time. People think that you sit on two wheels and that they can treat you like something different. And I'm nothing different. And I experience it in a lot of different ways, from friends and family. But every situation like that, the more I've grown and the more that I've learned to love myself, then I handle those situations differently. I used to be very submissive to those situations, and I used to become a victim to those type of situations where not only do I know I'm being treated differently because of a wheelchair, but I accept being treated differently because of the wheelchair. That's no more, we're not there anymore, but that takes that time, but for sure I've experienced being treated differently because of the situation.
Right. So speaking of friends, like I'm 15 right now, right? And I know how
hard.
Oh
my gosh, you're 15?
I'm 15.
I thought you were like 17. You are 15. I'm pause right here, right now. I know that this is a show and we're here to shine light on my story, but I just want to take a moment to shine light on you, that you are 15 years old and that you're doing something so positive.
Thank you.
And I encourage you to continue to do, we know the world we live in, and there's so many people your age right now that are not doing positive things, and I applaud you and I commend you. And I am even more honored to be here with you today on your podcast. I'm sorry, it's something like flight.
That's okay.
I'm really, really grateful to be here with you. And if this is our first or our last encounter, I want you to know that I'm behind you. I root for you, and you're doing amazing things.
Thank you very, very much. Like I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm 15 right now, so I know how hard it is to make like loyal friends. So like that situation, it was life-changing and traumatizing. Like, did you like have loyal friends at the time, and are they still in your life, or like did you lose friends? Or
absolutely, I've had some loyal friends that have not left my side. One of them being her name is Lolo. She was by my side. Yeah, Lolo. Shout out to Lolo. My friend, she's been by my side since I was 13 years old. She hasn't left. I mean, I seen her the day that I got shot, you know. She's older than me, but we're right there with each other. And from, you know, kids running around in the hood to now, she is my right hand, my left hand, my back, and my front. So there's definitely ones that stay around, but there are also ones that wither away, and those are good things because not everybody is meant to go with you, you know, where you're going. And sometimes it may hurt, and it does hurt to let go of people that we want to see go with us because we love them and you know, all these things, but it's not really meant. So I've had a few that have gone, and I wish them the best, and I love them, but you know,
yeah, things happen, you know.
I do.
Do you feel like it's harder to make friends now, though?
Oh, absolutely not. Anywhere I go, I make friends. I
can tell.
It's so easy for me to make friends because of my spirit. I feel as though I attract people. And my thing that I'm learning and that I want you to, because, you know, what's what we do as cancers. We attract because we're so loving and caring. But right now, I'm learning to separate and understand that not all people that want to be a friend are good people, okay? And it's not our job to be so open and loving because that's who we are. It's our job to be more cautious and take more value to who we are and not offer it to everybody. So instead of me struggling to make friends, I'm struggling to figure out which ones I need to not keep around, which are really not my friends, and who is real and who is not. So
yeah. See, like, I already know one. I just had to make sure because, like, soon as we got on here, click. You know?
Yeah.
Like, your whole vibe, your person.
Our struggle is our heart, you know? Yeah. It's who we decide to keep loving and befriending and keeping around us when really that's not what God is intending for us. That's not, and we're not going to be able to reach the blessings that we have, that He has in store for us because of these company that we choose to keep.
Right.
Right.
You're a very beautiful girl, right?
Thank you, Vito.
So I know guys are like interested. So like, are you currently dating, or is it like harder to trust guys now, or what's your love like?
So we're gonna scratch the guys because I am a lesbian. I haven't had a boyfriend since I was 16 years old. And I am not dating. I'm focusing on myself. I'm about to be 28 years old right now in July. I'm 27 now. And honestly, you know, I spent all my 20s and I've always been like involved with somebody and trying to give myself to them. And right now I'm not doing that. I'm giving myself to me, focusing on me. And, you know, I'm loving it. You know, it's no problem in hanging out with people and getting to know people. But right now I'm putting time in first, and I am setting goals and I'm reaching them. And whoever is out there for me, I'll find them.
Man, I like the way I love your aura, bro.
Thank you.
Like the type of energy you give off, it's just like so me. Like, you know what? Oh my God, you're like my twin. Oh my God.
Yes, now I have a twin brother, period.
No, seriously. So like you said you like music, right? And you make music.
Yes.
During like, especially like the roughest times, what artists or musicians got you through those times? Like who you was listening to?
So beside my dad, I go to like old school music. Like, you know, I'm a Eve type of girl. I'm a, you know, Ashanti type. I'm a Janet Jackson. I'm a, you know, Jagged Edge type of girl. I'm a 90s music, old school. Yeah. Get me off my field. Start cleaning up my house and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'm over it now.
I was watching one of your videos and I heard you was playing Biggie. Oh,
Brooklyn all day, baby.
Come on, man. Wait, you think you could finish a lyric?
Huh?
You think you could finish a lyric from a Biggie song? It's the song you was playing. You think you could finish the lyric?
What song? What song you was listening to?
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up
magazine, Salt and Pepper, and Heavy
up in a limousine.
Pictures on my wall every Saturday.
Mr. Volleyball. Hey, you're really my twin. That's crazy.
I love him though. That's my man's.
Man, oh my God.
And DMX, rest in peace, D. Rest in peace, DMX, for real.
Rest in peace. So about your dancing, how long you been dancing?
Since I was 3 years old.
3?
Yes. I danced since I was 3 years old, all my life, basically.
Like, is dancing like a form of like, it's like, do dancing help you cope though? Like,
yeah, so
comfort?
Growing up all my life, dancing was my release. Dancing was my go-to. I didn't go to school for academics all my life. I never really knew what I was good at. I'm not good at math, not good at science, don't like history, but I love to dance. And I will go to school to dance. I will work hard in my academic classes so that I could dance. And whenever I was going through things in my life, my personal life growing up, I would resort to dance. And that was just my release of my heart and my feelings and all the things that I couldn't put into words. You know, I can't put into words, but I can put into my art form and release it out of my body.
Right. That's how I feel. Cause like I make music too. And it's just like, I feel like that is like a form of art. It's like a form of therapy, like our comfort zone, a space that we can just go to and we don't got to worry about nothing else, you know?
Yeah. Safe place.
Yep. So, like this happened when you was 18, right?
18.
If you were interested in having children, could you?
Absolutely. It's funny you say that. My mom and I was just talking about that. I can hold a child, have a child. I have friends in wheelchair that I've watched them go through pregnancies in a chair, disabled, and have healthy babies and healthy pregnancies. And if it was something I wanted to do, I'm sure that it would go very well. I like your logo. It get me hit.
Thank you.
That shit is hard. Okay. I love that. If you don't mind me asking, where'd you get that from? How did you come up with that concept? I really do like it.
The Give Me Hip concept, I just know like that's just something I say a lot. Like when we want to know something, like give me hip.
Yeah, like put me on, like hit me on, put me on.
Like what's really going on? And it wasn't like a lot of things. It's not a lot of things at all in Cleveland, like where it's like really shining on the youth and like
yes,
information to the youth. So I'm using the Give Me Hip as we use it as slang as a way of like give me hip to other youth in the city that's doing big things to spread awareness to the youth
and what they may be doing.
Yeah, I do a lot of things like this. Also goes I have a nonprofit called Parker's Promise, and that's about helping the youth to like hold events to the youth. I just took I think 10 kids or something like that to the Cavs game. You know, just I like the youth. You know, I like giving back to the youth, especially in my city. So.
Absolutely. I'm all for it. I love it. I love it, Vito.
Thank you.
You doing the damn thing.
Thank you. You doing your thing too.
Thank you.
Man, what?
Absolutely. And that's what I'm big on too. I really do enjoy motivational speaking and going out to schools, going out to events and speaking to the kids and the youth and just making everybody leave at least, or hoping that everybody will leave with a message of positivity, of understanding that, you know, work hard, push forward, and, you know, stay positive and not believe the things that you see around you or that you're told. That's what faith is. Faith is believing in the things that we do not see. So if we become the things that we see and the things that we're told, then that's what all will be. But if we don't believe in them and, you know, believe in what we believe is true and what we want for ourselves, then that is what will be.
Yes. Oh, man. Woman of many words.
Yes.
Wait, so I know like PTSD is like a thing, like serious thing. Like, is there anything that trigger you to like go back to that remind you of that day or anything? Or
I just don't like fireworks. I don't like gunshots. I don't like things like that. But for the most part, no. I'm good.
I know a lot of people be having PTSD or certain things may trigger them, like they see this or, you know.
Yeah. They'll like those things. Yeah. Gunshots, guns. I don't really like guns. I don't have one of my own. I feel like I'm protected by my angels and the blood of Jesus. I don't have a gun. And just, yeah, those are things that will get me feeling like I'm triggered.
Okay. So what would you say to like the young girls growing up and they just out here, they don't really know what they're doing, or, they really want to be a ride or die friend or stuff like that. Like no sugarcoat. Like, what would you say to them? Like, what's the best advice you would give?
The best advice that I can give to a young girl that's just out here, I would just say, take some time for you to learn you outside of the world that we live in, full of social media and the phone. Spend time with you outside your phone. Learn yourself, because the more you learn yourself and know yourself, then the things around you will reflect more things of you and like you. And with that comes more guidance. And also, I just want, whether it's a young girl or a young guy as yourself, I want you guys to understand that our parents, they tell us certain things because they have wisdom, because they've lived longer than us, not because they're trying to run what we got going on, not because they're trying to change who we are for real. But I do believe that beside God, our parents are the closest thing to him. And sometimes, he uses people, okay? And we're not here to agree with everything people say or do, whether they're our mothers or fathers or whatever. But take more heed to what your parents tell you because of their wisdom, and less of what your knucklehead ass friends and motherfuckers that's just around you, that's just as ignorant in the mind and the experiences as you, and then move forward on a decision, But I just hate to see our young people moving and making moves and doing certain things and feel so validated because your friend's telling you that it's cool and it's not. And, that's coming from somebody that lived this. I felt like it was cool to ride around and do certain things that I had no business doing, that my mother didn't raise me to be like that. Or, even if I didn't have a mother that raised me the right way, as a lot of our young people don't have examples, it comes a point in time where we become old enough to where we know in our heart what is right and what is wrong. So spend that time with yourself, young girl, young guy, watching, and learn you. And while you're learning you, you're going to love you. And the more you love yourself, it has no room for an outsider to come in and move you and swivel your pivot. You can't be moved by anything that is not of you. So learn you.
Great. Thank you. And one last question, because you always seem so happy. Like what keeps you in good spirits all the time?
It takes so much energy. Like I woke up today with some whole nother next stuff going on. And it's always something every day, right? Mm-hmm. But for real, like, it takes so much energy for me to be mad and like miserable. I'd rather just be like, yo, fuck it. Yep. We about to get lit, or we about to be lit. We're going to go chill. We're going to go eat, or I'm going to go cook some food. I'm going to do something that's going to take me out of my space of negativity. I don't want to do it. Now I'm human and I fall short. And when I decide to be negative, I shut off the world. I lay in my bed. I watch my Netflix. I don't talk much because I'm not going to spread that venom. If I'm going to spread something, I want to spread positivity. I want to spread love. I want to spread all the good things that not only that I could feed you, but that you can feed me, right? So I take my time and to myself when I'm negative. So I may look like I'm always happy-go-lucky. I'm not. I'm human like you. But we have to learn how to separate that. And that's why when I meet people that's just so damn miserable, it's like you are a waste right now. Why are you wasting yourself and the beautiful world out here being so damn miserable.
All right.
You could just take that to yourself, spend that miserable time alone, as we all should, because we are human. Yeah. But when it's time to rise above and do the work that you're here to do, it's time to spread that positivity. It's time to spread that love. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that's my thing. I just don't want to spend all the energy being angry. So as soon as something pisses me off or something, I have the choice, which we all have the choice, to pay that mind, to give that energy, or we're going to go ahead and knock that to the side real quick. And we're going to go ahead and keep it pushing on a positive note, you know? All
right. Thank you. I really appreciate this. Like, you don't even know.
Thank you. I'm giving you hugs from Florida to Ohio. And also, I want you to know before we go, I do have a very close friend. She's another wheelchair friend of mine. She lives in Ohio. I have not met her in person yet, but we are like this. She's a Cancer too, like us. I think she's my twin flame too. Yes, but I am planning a trip to Ohio. When I come up there, I'm going to make sure I hit you up and maybe we can do like an in-person type of thing. Get me hip. And I'm love to get people hip.
Listen,
let me hip you to this lifestyle.
Just give me the call. Listen,
so before we go, I do, want the people to know how they can stay in contact with me. For sure. You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at DiamondSG_. That's DIAMOND, S as in Sam, G as in girl, _. And I'm also on TikTok, you guys. It's Princess Dimo. Princess, you spell it princess the same exact way, and Dimo, DIMO. Okay. And I have a YouTube channel as well that I've been working on. I am still learning all of these things about like social media and stuff like that, as far as editing and all that good stuff. But bear with me, and I would love for you all to come on the journey with me. And Vito, again, I thank you so much for having me. I love you already. Make sure you keep doing all of the great things you're doing, and I hope to see you soon. Okay.
Thank you. All right. Once again, your host, DeVito Parker Jr., and a special guest, Diamond Garrett. See y'all in the next episode.
Hey. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Hey, if you got all the business, give me hip. I want the tea, I want the scoop. It was a fight, then who got hit, huh? Type it to the show. Y'all better tune in for show. So if you got all the tea, then give me hip. I want the scoop.